Hi, we're Damon and Ryan Nicholas with Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage here in Fairfax, Virginia.
And in case you're wondering, yes, we are related.
Ryan, thank you. I appreciate that. We help clients buy and sell real estate in the Northern Virginia marketplace in all price ranges, but here today we're really just going to focus on what's available in the $400,000 price range.
And we're going to focus on Clifton and Centreville, the 33 neighborhoods that have homes in the 400,000s in those two cities. But we'll also talk a little bit about what that price range might get you further east and further west of here too. So to start off, Dad, you want to talk about Clifton?
Sure. Clifton started as a little getaway town for the rich and famous from Washington, D.C., way before TMZ came on the scene, like 100 years ago. The visitors were attracted to the small town atmosphere with the hot springs and all the saloons. Clifton was surrounded with mostly 5-acre lots, many of them horse properties that have horse trails throughout the communities. On the north side of town, kind of near Centreville High School, is where we find the townhomes and the single-family home, most of the single-family homes that are available in the $400,000 price range. So in Centreville Green, Rock Point, maybe you know it as Hayden Village, is where we find most of the townhouses in the $400,000 price range. These are nice townhouses with 1,300 to 1,700 square feet. Most of them will have a garage depending on the lot. And then at the higher price at $499, we just sold a nice end-unit 2-car garage in Hayden Village on a very nice lot. Finding a single-family home is going to be a little more difficult. You might find 1 or 2 a year on acreage in Clifton, older, smaller, maybe a little different architecture than we're used to. And then in Little Rocky Run, the very first builder built 2 or 3 dozen homes, probably 1,300 to 1,700 square feet, 1-car garage, and a few of them come available probably in the 490s.
Okay. So let's talk about Centreville. There's a lot more to pick from in the 400,000s in Centreville than there is in Clifton. And by the way, if you're not from the area, you don't know what we're talking about, Centreville and Clifton are located in Fairfax County on the western boundary, and we're only about 20 miles west of Washington, D.C. out here. And Centreville was established in 1792. There's a lot of things to do here, parks, different community activities that are going on all the time. It's a great place to live, and since it's so old, there's a lot of Civil War history in this area. I remember being in elementary school learning about the Civil War battles that happened. A lot of them were right in our backyard here. So Centreville is divided into 2 zip codes, north of Route 29 and south of Route 29. Route 29 is actually also called Lee Highway. So how about that for your Civil War history? So 20120 north of 29 is where the gym is. Lifetime Fitness. There's a CVS there if you know where I'm talking about. It goes further west north of 29 too. There's some bigger homes out that way. But south of 29 is the 20121 zip code. That's where the movie theater and the IHOP are, and the library. And I'm going to start off talking about 20120. So in the 400,000s, as far as townhomes go, on the lower end of that price range, you're going to have townhomes that are most of them don't have a garage. Some of them might, but the ones that are without a garage are typically going to be like the bigger, very nicely updated, maybe end units that push them up into that 400,000 and above price range. And above that, in the mid and upper 400,000s, you're definitely going to have at least 1 garage. As you get into the higher end of the 400,000s, many of those will have a 2-car garage. Sully Station is one of the big neighborhoods that has a lot of them in the lower 400,000s. Faircrest is one of the neighborhoods that has a lot in the mid to upper 400,000s. There was one in Faircrest that just sold for $499, $950, I think. This big end unit that was actually over 2,000 square feet with a 2-car garage. A lot of those upper 400s will be 1,400 to 1,800 square feet range for the most part. So Dad, before we switch to you, let's talk about the detached homes in 20120. So
Nice.
Most of those are going to be a little bit older in the more established neighborhoods that were built around the 70s, some in the late 60s, some early 80s, like Chalet Woods, Country Club Manor, and Pleasant Hill. And a lot of the homes in those neighborhoods are split levels where you walk in and then you go up to the upstairs level and down to the downstairs. And many of those may have a carport. Some of them have a garage in them. There's other neighborhoods where there's a lot of offerings in the 400,000s like Newgate, Rocky Run, and Sequoia Farms. I actually had those two clients recently who started off looking in the Clifton, Centreville area for a townhome in the low 400s, but they were surprised to find out that they could actually get a single family for a little bit more. So one of them bought in Newgate. This was a colonial house on 2 levels, so there's no basement, but because it was on 2 levels, they got a 2-car garage with it. It was in the mid 400,000s.
Nice.
And the other couple was started off looking for a starter home and a townhome. They later wanted to move up into a single family, but we found them a perfect, cute little 3-story home in Sequoia Farms for the upper $400,000 range. So they were really happy about that. So how about south of 29, Dad?
So down where the movie theaters are in the library in the 20121 zip code in Centreville, there's plenty of townhouses available in the $400,000 price range. Some of the communities like Compton Village and Green Trails east of Route 28 have a lot of homes, and then Center Ridge is just west of 28. For these, again, it's going to be 14 to 1,700 square feet finished. They probably have a garage, and then again at the higher price range, they're going to have a 2-car garage. There's 6 or 7 other communities that have townhomes in this price range. There are not as many detached homes offerings in 20121 as 20120, but there are some fantastic choices. In Green Trails, there's some homes, as Ryan said, that are split foyer or split level, and then there's some true center hall colonials in the Center Ridge Land Bay. Those are interesting. They're newer. They have 9-foot ceilings on the main floor. They have probably 24 to 2,500 square feet, 1-car garage, and they're on very tiny lots. They're probably about 1/6 of an acre. And then occasionally there's an older property, a smaller home in the Gatepost Estates and Newgate Forest area that you can get for the $400,000 range.
And by the way, if you're not catching all of this information or you want to learn more about this area and this price range, we have a blog post that's going to accompany this video, and it goes into a lot of detail. There's a lot more neighborhoods that we're not talking about in this video that we give you specific houses that have sold and what they've sold for, so you can check those out. To find that blog post, go to our blog on our website. So go to www.DamonSellsHomes.com, and on the top right-hand corner, you'll see all of our social media links. So look for the one that has the W for our WordPress site, and it's our most recent blog post there.
Ryan, why don't you tell us about a couple of your clients that bought outside of Fairfax County recently?
Yeah, so I had a couple of clients recently who wanted to buy a condo in Arlington, and for this similar price range, the mid 400s, I was able to help them both find 2-bedroom, 2-bath condos that were 11 to 1,200 square feet, really nicely updated in buildings that had great amenities, pools, gym, doorman, etc. Other clients, I had 2 clients recently that started looking in Centreville, and they decided that they actually wanted to get a little bit more for their money further west out in Haymarket and Gainesville area in Prince William County. And they were able to find, one of them got a beautiful brick front colonial, 2,500 square feet on the top 2 floors with a basement on a quarter-acre lot in a nice planned community in the mid 400s. And another one got a similar size house on over an acre lot in the upper 400s.
Yeah, so in that same Gainesville area, if you're a little bit older buyer like my age, some of these over 55 communities are available, like Heritage Hunt, where you can get a patio home with a first floor master in a community with lots of activities and amenities for people that maybe have a little bit more time on their hands.
Yeah, so if you're considering buying, which if you made it this far in the video, I'm guessing you might be, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to sit down with you for an initial consultation, and we'll walk you through the whole home buying process. We have what's called our smart home buying strategy, and it's a proven system that we use to help you find the perfect house for the least amount of money and to help you avoid all the common mistakes that many buyers make that can cost thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. So we'll walk you through the 5 steps to an offer, our multiple offer strategy, which is very common in this marketplace. Once your offer is accepted, all of the things that we help you proactively manage, all the inspections, paperwork, contingencies, deadlines, etc. There's a lot that goes into it that we can help you with. So, Dad, what about people who are thinking about selling their home?
So if you're moving up or moving down or moving out of the area, call us and we can go over the process that we do to maximize the sale of your home. And in my mind, what that means is selling it for the most amount of money, but in the right amount of time.
So we hope that you'll give us a call to set up an initial consultation with us, whether you're thinking about buying or selling, because if there's one thing we know, who you work with matters.